Blimey, poor old Edward Hearn, he just can't win a fight these days, bless him. Well, what a night it was, eh? Unbelievable stuff. I sat back, I had a beer in my hand, I filled out 4 hackers before it all started, and I just thought, I'm going to clean up here, ain't I? Me hackers look mustard, I'm going to win a load of bunts, then go out Sunday morning, buy myself a new shirt and some eau-de toilet. Absolutely blinding. And then what happens? This fucking happens, doesn't it? These 2 plebs go pole vaulting, end up with a draw, and bollocks up everyone's hackers. What a liberty. Anyway, yes, let's start at the bottom. Well, it was a very different Benjamin, weren't it? No showboating, no messing about this time. He looked like he was desperate for the knockout to shut a few people up, showing me means business. But yeah, once again, the old power was letting him down. Not just that, but when Cameron landed, he looked a little bit vulnerable. A side to him we've not seen before, mainly because he ain't fought any punches to this point, and I can't lie, I feel that may be a bit of a worry going forward. Now, okay, he won the first couple of rounds, but then the tide started to turn. There was certainly no fucking river dancing at this stage from Benny boy, because Cameron piled on the pressure, and in a nutshell, Ben didn't seem to like it at all. And then they both went arse over tit. So the referee stopped the fight due to Ben's injury, but let's not beat about the bush. A lot of people think that he was given a way out, and he snapped it up with both hands. I'd have to say this was the first thing on my mind as well, because he really was coming under the cosh, but who knows? I mean, I struggle to see how the injury was more damaging than, say, David Hayes when he fought Bellew, and he ploughed on to the end. So yes, it is understandable why many people are a little bit sceptical.
You think he took the easy route out?
Well,
why?
From looking, he was getting beat. For me, he was getting beat. You know, he wasn't having it all his own way. I don't know. For some reason, Whittaker tonight, he looked quite slow. The sharpness wasn't there. You know, the Sky commentators, they can't say, but I'll say it. For me, it looked like he bottled it.
There we are. Anyway, first of all, we need a rematch, 100% toss. But ultimately, the Ben train has come to a grounding halt after this calamity. There was not a single positive to be taken from this fight, and with all due respect to Cameron, if you're having trouble at this level, then at world level, forget it. He's going to need a big redemption here, old Benny boy, so let's see what happens. And then old Sky Nicholson versus the Raver. Yes, as expected, a 10-round cruise for the Aussie, no problem at all. Wouldn't mind seeing her try put more of a dent in her opponents, possibly even try and knock them out, but then again, it's a winning formula she's got going on, so I suppose what would be the point in changing it? Anyway, moving on, yes, on to Christopher Eubank Jr. And yeah, a whooping of Zerameta. Well done. Now, I know everyone slated this matchmaking ages ago, but I didn't actually realise how bad it really was. I mean, Zerameta used to be a good fighter, but prior to Eubank, he had a fight against a guy called Abel Mina, where he got a draw, and Abel Mina is a club-level fighter, no level whatsoever, and he couldn't even win that. So how was he allowed to be in the ring with Eubank in the first place, who just beat Liam Smith, a former world champion? Typical Eubank, eh? Anyway, having said that, fair enough, he weren't too bad on the night, old Zerameta, fair play, but yes, it was always going to go this way. So what to make of Eubank? Well, he looked sharp-ish, the uppercut was dangerous, and well, yeah, I don't know, that's about it really. I can't lie, I was just watching it thinking, now I know exactly why you turned down Canelo, and why you will never ever go anywhere near Hamza Shiraz in a million years. Hamza will knock his beard off and send it back to fucking Turkey. But anyway, that don't matter, does it? Because we know who's next in line. Yes, anyone got deja vu? It's old Eddie Benn. Oh yes, here he is. He jumped in the ring wearing a fucking bin bag, sporting his new haircut. I thought it was Patrick Bateman for a fucking minute.
I want you next. We're here, let's do it.
Connor? Oh, I'm so scared. Ooh. After that performance, you think I'm worried?
And we're coming for you, baby. We're gonna get some more of that Cucurocho Campeón money, baby. Baby!
Ay, verdad, yo estoy listo. Podemos ir ahora si quieres, cabrón. Vamos.
So yes, even though we've had radio silence, it looks like the Ben debacle is coming to an end, pretty much 2 years to the day, so maybe there was a backdated silent band behind the scenes, I don't know, who cares. Either way, expect to see this little ditty on a Saudi show near you double soon. I'm still game, fuck it, bring it on. And then we had Opataya versus Massey. Well, fair play to Massey, he's seriously tough, this boy, and will always be great around gatekeeper level, but this was always a step too far. No disgrace though, of course, Opataya was absolutely outstanding. Now, some people have fallen off the Opataya train after the recent Bradis rematch. They said, well, he struggled against a washed-up fighter on the verge of retirement, but to that I say bollocks. Bradis is simply an incredible fighter. He nearly beat Usyk, and many think he actually did. Either way, to this day, that man gave Usyk his toughest fight, and Opataya outboxed him twice. Personally, I think that deserves full credit, nothing else. There's good reason everyone ducks this man, and I've got to say it, I absolutely love Liam Smith. but I just feel like he gets absolutely obliterated by Opetaya. He's very good, tough as nails, but he gets hit way too much, plus he's just never shown the ability of the Aussie in my eyes. And because of this, I just see that fight going the same way as it did for old Massey. Just my opinion, let me know yours below, but truth be told, this man is a beast. I'll tell you what though, I wouldn't mind a bit of him against Beterbiev in the future as well. I gotta be honest, that'd be fucking carnage. We'll come back to that later. But then it was Wardley against Clark. Yes, Eddie Hearn. Why, oh why, in the name of everything holy, did you allow Fabio to walk away from Matchroom? What the bloody hell were you thinking? Well anyway, fair to say it was a slightly different affair to the first fight. I mean, bloody hell, Wardley was in a different league. I did fancy him to win, but not like that. It was a complete destruction. Now first off, hope Fraser is okay. That ending in the injury did not look good at all. Apparently though, he's had surgery on the cheekbone, and hopefully he can come again double soon, the double legend. But in a nutshell, Big Fabs is just a problem and ting, innit? This man is box office through and through. Now okay, maybe he doesn't go straight to world level after this, because ultimately he is still a bit of a novice in the game in comparison to some of the other heavyweights out there, but come on, tell me he doesn't beat the likes of Otto Wallin, Jared Anderson, Huey Fury, Big Baby Miller. Also, it's actually a shame that him and Dillian are on the same team, because that would have been a great fight. But yes, in terms of what is actually next, well, who knows? I mean, Fabio versus Guido Vianello would be an absolute barnstormer. You may not know a great deal about Guido, but let me tell you, he's as tough as they come. Or maybe Hrgovic soon, maybe Franklin, they'd be decent as well. But you know what, thinking about it, the one I'd love to see most, the most fun fight out of all of them would be old Big Baby fucking Burger King. That would be absolutely blinding. Either way, I think I speak for many when I say I cannot wait to see this man fight again. Big up the Fabs. Then we had the old concert again, and yes, what a legend Turkey is. He rolled back the years he did with some of the legends. Busta Rhymes bowled in, sounded like someone put him on fast forward. Missy Elliott just got back from fucking skiing. Get your freak on, love it. And finally we had the main event. So, as expected, an incredible fight. I almost gave up scoring it after 6 rounds. I just thought, oh fuck knows, it was so close to call, and all depended on really what you like. But was it a robbery? Well, it's all to your own interpretation, innit? I was okay with it myself. I did think Beterbiev won. I get the feeling slightly more people think Bivol won though, to be honest. He did have stages of brilliance throughout. He utilised his supreme jab followed by lightning fast flurries, keeping Beterbiev off, and it was great to see him trading at times. I wasn't sure he'd do that. However, let's be honest, he didn't once hurt Beterbiev, and as expected, he just couldn't faze the man at all with his power, which allowed Beterbiev to be his usual aggressive self all night. Plus, Beterbiev did properly clean up in them championship rounds. I don't think you can really argue with that, and this clearly swayed the judges a little bit, because all 3 of them gave the last 3 rounds to Beterbiev. I had to agree myself, and I personally thought this was the key reason that Beterbiev won. He went out to purposely win them last 3 rounds, whereas Bivol was just kinda surviving. I was just thinking after the fight, how can a 39-year-old be that strong in the final rounds and a fresh 33-year-old be absolutely shattered? It just don't make sense. I know he was moving all night, Bivol, but still, this man is just a different breed, ain't he? Probably went for a fucking run afterwards. But yes, in the end, personally, I was okay with it myself. I saw Eddie's frustration with the 116-112 scorecard, and Team Bivol assumed they'd won by celebrating afterwards, so yeah, it is what it is. I don't know, it just needs to happen again, don't it? And hopefully it does, because it was fucking blinding. Bosh, so let me know your thoughts below. Ciao Bella for now.